Hey up, I'm a Nott'm lass, and these are my top 5 places to visit in Los Angeles. Hollywood Walk of Fame. There are 2,700 5-point coral pictorazzo signs embedded in the pavement along 15 blocks of Hollywood Boulevard and 3 blocks of Vine Street. They stretch for 1.3 miles, and they are there as permanent monuments to famous people in the entertainment industry. There are actors, directors, producers, and musicians, as well as presidents. Each star is dedicated to a particular famous person, with their name inlaid in brass block letters in the upper portion of each star. Below this, there is an emblem indicating the person's contribution within the industry. Established in 1962, 10 million people visit the Walk of Fame each year. 20 new stars are added each year from the 200 people who are nominated. Each star costs $55,000 to create, install and maintain. This fee is usually paid for by someone who nominates the person. This could be a fan club, film or TV studio, or record company. Occasionally, the stars get stolen or vandalised. Donald Trump's star has been vandalised many times with a sledgehammer and pickaxe by James Otis, and later by a man called Austin Clay. Trump's star has also been defaced with swastikas and graffiti. There was a campaign to remove his star, which was eventually rejected because once a star has been added, it is considered a part of the historic fabric of the Hollywood Walk of Fame and cannot be removed. Beverly Hills. If you're keen to see where the rich and famous live, then you'll love Beverly Hills. You can even take a tour bus or drive yourself around the famous streets where they live. Most celebs live on Mulholland Drive, Alpine Drive, Bedford Drive, and Benedict Canyon. Hollywood A-lister Jack Nicholson lives on Mulholland Drive and even bought Marlon Brando's home nearby, knocked it down and rebuilt it. On a more sinister note, it was in Jack Nicholson's house that film director Roman Polanski abused underage girls whilst Jack Nicholson and Angelica Houston were away. Beverly Hills is also famous for having interesting architecture, lovely parks, amazing restaurants and bars, plus for shopping there's Rodeo Drive, the most expensive street in LA. The famous Beverly Hills Park with its iconic Beverly Hills sign is worth a visit, even if it's just to take a selfie to commemorate. Then there's the famous 5-star Beverly Hills Hotel on Sunset Boulevard, which opened in 1912. It's a glamorous retreat for Hollywood royalty. This wonderful pinky peach building is surrounded by 12 acres of tropical gardens, and nearby are the iconic LA palm trees. Sadly, it was in room 434 on the 11th of February 2012 that Whitney Houston was found dead in the bath of an overdose the night before the Grammy Awards. Out of respect, room 434 is no longer in use. Universal Studios. We spent 2 days of our California road trip at the famous Universal Studios. It's one of the oldest movie studios still in use. It's a film studio and theme park, and it's great fun to visit. You can take a tram tour around the working film studios, which takes an hour and is narrated on 4D video monitors by Jimmy Fallon, host of Tonight Show. You'll experience an earthquake, see the shark from Jaws lunge towards you. You'll drive past the scary Psycho house and also see sets from War of the Worlds. When the studios first opened in 1915, the public were invited to look around the movies being made. The entrance fee was just 5 cents and included a packed lunch with chicken. These studio tours were great as the films being produced were silent movies, so it didn't matter if the visitors were noisy. However, films with sound started to be made from 1930, and as the studios were not soundproofed, the tours had to be stopped. By 1964, the studio tours resumed, as the studios were by then soundproofed. Griffith Observatory. We stumbled upon this amazing place whilst driving around the Hollywood Hills, looking for an entrance to the Hollywood sign. Griffith Observatory is an iconic observatory with splendid views of LA. It's here that you get a great view of the Hollywood sign too. It's named after its benefactor, Griffith J. Griffith, who made lots of money from mining in the 1880s. He left his money in his will to build the observatory and Greek theatre. He wanted ordinary people to enjoy astronomy in an accessible place rather than in remote areas for scientists only. The observatory is a mixture of Roman, Greek classical and Art Deco architecture styles and opened in 1935. During World War II, the planetarium was used to train pilots in celestial navigation, and again during the 1960s to train astronauts for the lunar missions. Since opening, over 7 million people have looked through its 12-inch Zeiss refractor telescope. It's been used as a film location many times, including Back to the Future in 1985 and Rebel Without Cause in 1955. The Hollywood sign. It's impossible to miss. This iconic and best-known landmark greets you as you drive into LA. It's 45 foot tall and 350 feet long and painted white. It was put up back in 1923 on Mount Lee in the Beechwood Canyon area of the Santa Monica Mountains. Originally, it was erected as a temporary advert for a real estate company called Hollywoodland at a cost of $21,000, which would be $250,000 in today's money. It was illuminated by 4,000 light bulbs, and at night the sign flashed in 4 stages: holly, then wood, then land, and then the entire word. Everyone loved it, and so the sign was left up. Interestingly, the original sign had to be replaced with a stronger steel sign in 1978. Back in 1932, Peg Entwistle, an actress, climbed to the top of the H and then jumped off it. Apparently, she had moved to Hollywood chasing her dream of becoming a Hollywood star, and she got a part in a murder mystery movie. But after completion, the studio did not renew her contract. Ironically, a letter had been sent to her just before she committed suicide, offering her the lead role in a play about a woman who commits suicide. During the Great Depression in the 1930s, the sign fell into disrepair and the H toppled over. So for ages, the sign read Hollywoodland. The city took ownership of the sign in the 1940s, and the H was put back and land was removed. It's possible to hike up to the sign from the Bronson Canyon entrance to Griffith Park, or the Griffith Observatory. The Hollywood sign is more than just a sign. These 9 letters spelling Hollywood stand for the Hollywood dream. It's inspirational and it represents the golden age of the film industry: glamour, success, stardom, and ambition. The sign has been seen and destroyed in dozens of movies, including Superman, where it bends during an earthquake. In Escape from LA, it catches fire, and in Mighty Joe Young, a gorilla breaks off an O and chucks it away. So there you have it. There are my top 5 places to visit in Los Angeles. What a place! What a place of fame and excitement. Have you been to Los Angeles? If so, what do you reckon? Where's your favourite place to visit? And if you haven't visited, would you want to go? And if you have any recommendations, then please drop a comment below. I love to read all comments and interesting facts and recommendations. Thanks for watching. Make sure to go and hit that subscribe button. I've been the Nottingham Lass, inspiring you to travel. Bye!